Did you think that you would be here at this point in your career?
No.
No?
No. I was very happy, Tom, you know, being on radio. You know, it's not something that I fell into. It's something I'd wanted to be a radio personality since I was in 6th grade. And when I left for college, I majored in communications and minored in journalism. So, you know, my radio career spanned almost 25 years. There was only maybe a 2-week period where I was unemployed. You know, I always kept the job. Starting out making just a couple of dollars an hour, you know, all the way up to an accomplished position, you know, getting accolades from my peers, and I was inducted into the National Radio Hall of Fame. I loved radio. I had just enough celebrity, just enough of everything, you know, and next thing you know, this talk show came along. And no, I didn't dream that I'd be here.
What was it about the television industry that attracted you, and what was it about the talk show that attracted you to take the leap?
I had done a couple of pilots, a few pilots, and had a few what they call big wig meetings with the suits in LA and New York since about 1993, where people were interested, where Hollywood was calling, or the talk show world, or whatever. And initially, I would have done anything to be on TV. I remember my first test show back in like '93. They had me in slacks. Now, to know me is to understand, I'm not a slack girl, okay? Also, everything was a lot more modest, you know, including my big personality. But if you told me to calm it down back in 1993, I would have, because I want to be on TV. I'll do what you want me to do. Fortunately, through the years, none of those projects ever worked out. And finally, when Debmar Mercury called in, you know, I think it was the fall of 2007, I already knew who I was as a woman. I'd already birthed a baby. I, was married woman at that particular point. Very sure of my career. Like, I don't need all the pie. I had a sweet slice of pie with that radio career of mine. You know, I'd been syndicated everywhere from Japan and Germany, and of course ruling here in New York, the #1 market. And so I wasn't that beat for this telephone call about being on TV. What appeals to me about doing my show is that my partners, Mort and Ira, said that they want my show to be like the big personality that they listen to streaming on the internet. They want Wendy. They want to ask Wendy. They want the hot topics. They want the sassy and, you know, messy. They wanted it. And so that's why this show speaks to me. And I'm one of the executive producers, so, you know, I'm not just the host. I have a stake in the game. I know who I am as a woman now, you know, and as a businesswoman, but as a woman also.
Yeah. Good. So where do you want to take the show now? You're extremely successful.
Yeah.
What's the aspiration now for the show? And then once that's done, where do you see yourself going from there?
I just want to grow the show audience. This is our 5th season. We've been renewed through 2018. That'll be our 8th season on the show. The only thing that I ask is that our audience continues to grow, that the numbers continue to surge the way they have been, and that I go out on top, you know. When I decide to walk away from this, and, you know, I'd rather walk away than be kicked out, you know, but I also realize how fortunate I am to be here up until this point. Now, it's time for me to grow outside business, so that when I leave television, that I have a clear head of what I want to do. Anyway, I have a production company, Wendy Williams Production, and a separate production company with Suzanne DePast, who you know. And what we want to do, what I would like to do, is I want to make good reality TV, not wig pulling and oh no she didn't, not that, you know. I would like to make some reality TV, not be a part of it, you know, but just make it, produce, and I would also like to turn books, preferably mine, into movies for channels like We and Oxygen, you know, made for TV movies. I would like to produce some stuff. I've dabbled in a little bit of acting, but that's not my main focus. My main focus is the talk show. Right now, Tom, I'm trying to set life up outside of the show while still being very committed and concentrating on the show, which is the baby of the whole situation.
You mentioned the reality series and the wig pulling
Yes.
and the images. How important is image to you in terms of how you project yourself to the television landscape and to women?
Well, now, today, you know, at almost 50, I'll be 50 this year. Thank you. Now, today, I see things very differently than I did when I was 25 years old. Because when you're 25, you never just imagine coming to a home place in your life. But I'm very home. It is important to me to project the image of family first and foremost. I feel as though we as blacks and Latinas and you know, other brown minorities, sometimes society struggles to see us in a family way. I'm talking about not a baby's mother, but you have a husband and the children, and that it's important for me to project black family.